Hi everybody, here's Krystian, and I am from the TeamworkCast.
And my name is Putty. I am here as a last-ditch.
You are not. You know you're always my first choice. Don't let anybody tell you anything else.
The old ball and chain, as it were.
Anyways, here's Netrunner TeamworkCast. These are the Polish nationals. And Putty wasn't actually at this tournament at all, and he actually doesn't know any of the players involved in this tournament.
That's true, but, you know, my wife's family is from Poland, and I have ancestors from Poland, so...
We have established a connection. That is all we need. So this is the 30th of August, and this is in Warsaw. On the left, we have Romano Soprano. On the right, we have FFOX, our very own FFOX, which you're also familiar with, Putty.
I'm also familiar with Romano Soprano, considering he ran that deck.
Shh.
I mean, the deck of Mystery.
That's coming up.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Don't spoil. Anyways, on the left we have Romano Soprano, and he's playing the Replicating Perfection, which means that the runner has to run on a central server before they can run on a remote server. And our FFOX, the last German in this tournament, is playing the Kate from the Corset.
For this tournament, is this essentially a bunch of Germans invaded Poland?
You guys with your Second World War jokes. Is that the only?
I'm sorry.
It's really not.
Sorry.
It's
what? Is it too soon?
No, it's like the typical American thing. Like the only thing you guys know about us is the Second World War.
Well, the only thing that we understand in this world is war. So you just have to forgive us.
All right. So we see the hedge fund installing in front of HQ R&D. And then installing a server, leaving HQ way open for a vicious attack, perhaps. Let's see about that.
The Final Fantasy operating experience. I'm sad my name for him never caught on.
You just keep doing it. I mean, there's so many things that caught on.
What?
Vujade.
Nice! That's true.
Sniping on from HQ, the Jackson Howard running again on HQ again. That is a wall of static, nothing of importance. And then that is going to be the turn of FFOX, the legend of FFOX.
There's a lot of, you can tell this is definitely pro-level play. Look at how well they're adjusting their cards.
Oh, absolutely.
This is incredible.
I also wanted to say that at this point, I think FFOX reached his goal for this tournament. He really wanted to have this playmat in Polish.
Nice! This playmat is amazing. I wish that it was available to me.
Yeah, you gotta have to be on nationals to get those, Nick.
I don't got time for that. Ugh.
All right, so there's the Jackson Howard, rest by Romano Soprano, and I guess drawing cards. Meanwhile, oh man, they're so fast. Look at this. Then
Krystian,
we see
I found this.
Lucky find, lucky find, and getting credits, I guess. Then back to Romano Soprano. He's just drawing cards. Oh
Jesus,
man,
it's like watching tennis.
Oh, this is horrible. All right, so HQ has been plugged. That's nice.
Yeah. He might be installing a card. He might. Is it an ice?
Yes,
we don't know.
That is a card installed in a remote server. Very, very difficult to reach for FFX because of ability of replicating perfection, which we hate so much. I hate it so much.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I've been seeing RP around more lately, which makes me very sad because they're obnoxious.
I thought noise killed them. That was the only good thing about the noise calyps recently. But nope, they're still around.
Damn those Jinteki, I tell you.
And look at FOX just drawing one card after another, and there we go, the prepaid voice pad.
PvP, PvP.
PPPPP, a lot of PP. And then we see mental health clinic. Mental health clinic.
If he's running Faust, he's giving him Faust food. I don't know if this is a good card or not. It's just one of those one of those Jinteki cards you just sit there and go.
That would be quite unusual. Speaking of unusual, there we have subliminal messaging in RP. Huh? What?
I mean, why not? Given his other deck that everyone will see later, this is not a surprise.
You're getting it all wrong. First of all, it's not his deck. Second of all, it's an upcoming game. You don't spoil it.
I'm trying to spoil it without spoiling anything. As long as it's the chicken, that's okay.
The
turkey.
Was a turkey.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, FOX drawing cards. So subliminal messaging to you guys, because we haven't seen this card for a long time. So every time FOX doesn't run, then Romano Soprano will basically get a credit for this. And yes, that's an Astrolabe, Nick.
I'm glad to see that particular hardware come back. Though,
Man,
I still want to see
way.
Monolith or Blackguard. Come on, guys.
Yeah, and Toolbox would be also great.
I saw a Toolbox deck today, actually. It was a Valencia deck. It was weird.
Oh yeah, Valencia is also a vicious lady recently. So yeah, 2 mental health clinics up, and Romano Soprano is drinking a lot. Oh yeah, playing the second subliminal messaging.
Jeez.
Or is it the first that he just got back?
It's the first that he just got back, because he didn't run last turn.
Yeah, because FOX didn't run. So far, like a very uneventful game. There have been a short exchange of blows. Romano Soprano sitting nicely up because he has like the 2 mental health clinics there, and that will give him the money. FOX may be a bit behind because he doesn't have any clone chips or SMCs, which is something that you really want to have as Kate.
I always like, they had their initial exchange of blows, and then the word fight appears above them, and now the fighting actually happens. Like, wow, this is exciting.
Yeah, a lot of thinking here right now. Romano Soprano is massaging.
They need to scream like it's Dragon Ball Z while they're thinking.
Vegeta!
I need to charge this power thing up for about 4 days. Is that okay? All right.
Alright, so a lot of cards being discarded by Romano Soprano. He is using Jackson Howard to draw through this deck to keep the cards on hand that he really needs and discard the entire list. I saw the 2 Future Perfects in his hand. I think that's a little bit too much, too rich at this point. Probably a good idea to get rid of those.
Well, film critics on the board in this one, so FFOX is prepared for any and all possible things.
That is so true. That card did so much good. Like Anita Sarkeesian did.
Anita Sarkeesian. People are in my meta think that film critics too overpowered, but I don't think it is at all.
It's pretty good. I read there was like Lee Alexander recently on a Terminal 7 podcast, and she made like a very good point, and that the flavor text on Film Critic actually proves that the film critic depicted on Film Critic is actually a really bad critic.
Well, I mean, to be fair, most critics are really bad.
Yeah, that would be uncommon. But it's like a very dismissive comment, like something, oh, my gerbil could write a better script or something like this. That's not really good criticism of something.
No. But I mean, for the people who don't understand what criticism is, it's great.
Mm-hmm. It fulfills the cliche.
Yeah.
Of a snobby, dismissive kind of person. Anyway, Romano Soprano doing the attack here because he installed a card in that scoring server and even an ice in front of it and advanced it. There's an upgrade in there, there's an advancement token on there, there's 2 ice in front of this. FFX really doesn't have any tools to get in here. He doesn't have SMC, he needs like 10 SMCs out, or maybe 2. 2 would be great.
He just needs something.
He doesn't even have a lot of money. That's the problem here. Ugh.
I mentioned Faust because the last Kate deck that I played was a personal touch, net ready eyes, like pump everything into Faust that you could imagine, and you just run around with them. But
oh, look at this. Things are looking up. Clone chip SMC, but decides not to run that server, concedes that agenda here because he just gets the lucky find. He says, I'm going to fight another day. I'm going to attack the next agenda, but this agenda, it's yours.
But, if that's a 5 point, or if that's a 5 agenda, then, oh, nope, Nisei. Oh, there we go.
Nope, and that is already the first step
to shutting down everything.
Yeah, that's once this happens, things are getting really problematic, but look at this beautiful board layout of FFOX.
Kate just needs to dig a little deeper.
Yeah, basically she's like an Inception.
We gotta go deep.
Gotta go deeper, and then we see a run on HQ. That's something that FOX is doing really good. I think he's playing a lot of HQ pressure, which a lot of runners don't do, and that's something we can all learn from FOX. And look at this!
Oh, it's a baddie! Get that out of there!
Getting rid of that horrible baddie, and then bam, the parasite on the yip. So the HQ is way open now. He can run again. Oh, look at this! Oof! Oh, so much aggression!
Come on, get one of those. Did he get the Future Perfects out of his hand? I didn't notice. I think I see one in his hand.
But maybe, I don't know.
Don't believe in a dice. Look at the infectious things that you've done to these
just
poor
a
people.
goddamn crick, and we know what the next install in front of Archives was going to be, right?
You Germans need to sit down and watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And just believe in the heart of the cards. Come on. You don't need that die.
What about the heart of the die?
You don't, that's fine if you're playing Yahtzee.
What about if you're playing Portal?
Oh, no!
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success.
Stop it! Stop it! That meme is forbidden.
I didn't say the cake is a lie. That would... Anyways. Oh man,
We've been derailed, but while we've been derailed, nothing of importance has really happened.
I mean, those guys are really thinking about it. I mean, it's really great that Romano Soprano got out his Nisei Mark II. I think that's very important for him. But FOX did some aggression against his HQ, and Romano Soprano is, I think, thinking about how to deal with this right now. It seems like FOX is getting started now. With the SMC out and things, he can do a lot of damage here. Romano Soprano decides to leave his HQ way open, just installs and advances something in that scoring server. Wow, what a bold move.
If he got rid of... he has no agendas in his hand, so who cares?
Yeah, so FOX is going to run the HQ. Yeah, okay, that's nothing. As expected. And then checking that server.
Yeah. I imagine we're going to see a toll booth. Right.
Yeah, there's look at this messy pile of money that Romano Soprano has here.
Yeah.
Alright, so that is going
Lotus
to be
Field.
the Lotus Field. Not a very big deal for FOX. I think he can easily solve this problem with his SMC.
Atman.
Atman would be great, but also Guardian Blade would be also sweet.
Yeah. But will he do it? I mean, he's got enough money. Who knows what's coming up after this, though?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a Nisei token being used, but you got to set up your board state, right? So yeah, 2 credits gone, and we're going to see I'm going to see Guardian Blade.
I think it would be interesting now. Yeah, it's Atman. Yeah, what I want to see happen right now is the best roto turret possible. I guess not. He could parasite with his
parasite with a clone chip. He's prepared for everything. That's why roto turrets are out of fashion.
Man, no. They just need roto turret Mark II. That's what they need.
Yeah, that's roto turret Mark II. Cannot be trashed with a parasite. Yes.
It's Lotus Field. There we go.
Are you there?
Roto turret Mark Lotus Field.
Lotus turret.
There we go.
Alright, that is going to be a wall of static, and of course the Caprice Nisei as expected. So, this is really bad because, oh man, this is painful. Because now, FOX really doesn't have enough money to get something. So this basically stops him dead in his tracks.
Yeah, because, even if he parasites it and data suckers
Yeah, he parasites it. Alright, so that's good. And then he plays a Psy game with 1 credit.
Oh, it's a bad idea. Bad idea.
I think I know what Romano Soprano will choose.
Yeah. If he doesn't, this will be
But look, that server is now 1 credit to get into. Oh!
What?
Romano Soprano being bold and taking 1 credit. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense if he just took... because if FOX had took 1 credit as well, he wouldn't have the credits to trash the Nisei. So,
Yeah. Then the run ends. He didn't use the Nisei token at all.
No Nisei token being used, and FOX is a poor person right now.
Yeah, but but he can get through that Lotus Field without any problems. You just got to deal with the Nisei again.
But I really like how this scoring server has become so small now. Like, it's 1 credit to get in there. I mean, FOX really just needs... FOX really just needs credits, and then he will be able to diffuse the scoring server. So those 2 tokens may not be that big of a deal.
And the Atman takes care of even if he has splashed in some toll booths. He'll be able to deal with them pretty easily.
That's also the case. Yeah, with the data sucker tokens, the toll booths can be also broken easily with Atman Strength 4. So FOX setting up for the long game. Sadly, like if that's a second Nisei, man. Oof.
I thought toll booth was strength 4.
5.
Is it strength 5? Oh, it is. Wow. My brain wasn't working.
My brain. Insane in the main brain. Alright, so Romano Soprano getting 2 credits from his mental health clinics and thinking what to do now. Everything's so exposed. Ooh, salary gifts.
Man,
It's taking a sweet time. Look at this. Wow. That's something I saw so often recently. Just RPs just installing something in the scoring server and being like, it's safe here. I'm going to do other things now while I'm advancing this.
Secret cerebral overrider.
There was a cerebral overwriter there?
No, there wasn't at all, and I highly doubt it is. But wouldn't that be something?
That would be funny.
You just sit there and go, wait, what?
It's like Heinzel always playing the Featly Eye in RP. And it killed me myself, and I was like, what? Also, I had like a game here in the Polish Nationals where I was killed by a snare in HB.
Nice.
And I felt really stupid. Especially because the snare was installed with a pet project.
Oh, jeez.
It turns out that the Haas pet project was a snare all along. Alright, so FOX just getting credits and doing the sure gamble.
And
yes, I think we're going to see a score here.
Another Nisei token.
Yep, there's a Nisei token, yeah, as we expected.
I don't know if FFOX can come back from this.
This is going to be tough. This is going to be so tough because, you know, he has to get into the server twice.
Yeah.
Before he has to win the Psy game twice before he can do the third Psy game. All right, so legwork. So I guess the win's going to be on different types of servers, and legwork's probably a good choice here right now.
I think at this point, but I mean, he should know, or he does know, that I don't think there is an agenda in his hand.
Yeah, I don't think Romano Soprano would be so open with his HQ if there really were agendas on there. I mean, he had like an entire turn to install something, and he decided to install it in front of the scoring
he's
server.
had that Eli and Ice in his hand for forever. So
yeah, but it's good to trash the Caprice Nisei from HQ. That's also good.
yeah.
I mean, of course, there is already Caprice Nisei at the spot where you really don't want her to be.
I think at this point he needs to run R&D, at least see what those ice are, because I guess he's seen, I don't know how many different cards from... He's seen everything from HQ. So unless he drew an agenda, there's the likelihood that it's there's gone.
Yep.
There he goes.
He heeds your advice and runs on the HQ and R&D. And now let's see what happens here.
Ooh, an architect.
That is going to be architect. And sadly, you see, the thing is, FOX doesn't have any kind of thing, so it fires.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do.
And there's just so many nasty things that can be brought back. Ugh, this is just ridiculous. Alright, Romano Soprano looks at the top 4 cards and FOX says, oh man.
You know, Architect had kind of disappeared for a while. I'm glad to see that it's come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, it's especially in this case where like FOX didn't really have anything installed that could have dealt with this. This is really painful. He really needed like a like some kind of advantage over Romano Soprano, like some kind of tempo win, and this is just a huge tempo loss for him. There is just suddenly he has to get like a SMC or a clone chip, and Romano Soprano meanwhile can set up his board state, expand. He just needs to install one agenda in the scoring server, and he's ready to go.
They're going off camera now.
It's still reasonable, and he continues the run because it's going so horribly. So why not continue? All right, so that's a Yagura. Looking at the top cards, you already saw that top card. Doesn't matter, and then doing a net damage. Pleek. Oh, what the mimic
Another
that
crick.
Oh, that's painful. The mimic that would have helped through the architect.
You gotta find a clone chip at this point.
That is not good.
Kate is on the ropes.
On the ropes indeed. Kate has been put in the corner, and you know what's with Kate.
People can put Kate in the corner.
Nobody puts Kate in the corner. That is the clone chip.
Unless you're Romano
Soprano. That's at least great. That's at least great because then he can get back the mimic that was trash with the Yagura.
Yeah.
I don't know why he continued the run.
I mean, he got to see a card. He knows that it's a crick. So
he knows a data sucker token, I guess. Yeah.
He shouldn't. He knows now that... what those ice are in R&D. He knows that he drew a crick and that he probably doesn't have any agendas in his hand.
Yeah, that's because that's agenda. Although there was something installed in that scoring server.
Yeah, and if it's one of the future perfects, because I don't know if he got rid of both of them.
And then another salary gift showing just ban bunch of nothing. Really nothing.
Is that a Nisei?
Nope, that was a Jackson Howard.
Ah. Well, I meant the card that he kept back. I couldn't tell.
Oh, I didn't see that, yeah. Alright, and then something gets discarded.
It honestly looked like Medical Breakthrough, which would be weird, because I haven't seen that agenda in play in forever.
Romano Soprano sporting the Carl type of board setup where it's a bit sloppy sandwich. Delicious sloppy sandwich. Mwah.
Needs more OCD in his Netrunner.
Like, look at FOX here. I wonder if his code looks like this.
You know, I'm sure... oh gosh, I'm sure that there's a World War II joke I could make here.
Nick, just don't. That's a cool trick. Just don't. Everything will be fine. Alright, so finally FOX gets the card that he really loves and that he really enjoys. That is the professional context. And he just invests the money in it because even that late in the game, maybe it will help him. Every time he draws a card, he gets a credit. That is a great monetary engine for Kate. Just doing the things that Shaper want to do, drawing cards and getting money in the process.
But I think it's too late. It's too little too late. I don't think
it's so late.
Can come back.
It's so late. And look at this. Romano Soprano installs another ice in that scoring server and advances twice. Yeah. This could be game already.
I'm almost positive it is.
And FOX knows that this could be his last turn. He hasn't scored a single agenda so far. This is really bad.
He's only got 4 credits, or 5 credits. He doesn't have... His Mimic is there, so he's going to have to at least spend 3 of them. There's 2 Nisei tokens on the board. So I don't think he has the money necessary, and I don't think he has the clicks necessary to deal with it.
You know, the only person who can save us now is Wizard.
Wizard!
With quest completed.
Suddenly, FOX pulls out 8 notoriety. You're like, wait, what happened?
That would be so great to see that. Oh man, I would love to see the quest completed score. Oh, he actually goes for the server, man. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Why?
I mean, 1 and 1. But he's going to have to get through...
Down to 1 credit. Oh, the Tulip Toll booth, yeah.
Devastation.
Raising the second one. That's a crick.
A crick, nice. Let it go, I guess.
No, he doesn't. He won't have the credits to play the side game. Why he doesn't even continue?
I mean, I guess he's got to try. This is just sort of like... I don't even know.
It's like he doesn't want to go into the dark night, right? What's the poem? What's the poem?
I don't know.
Gentle in the dead all night.
Do not go gently into that good night.
That's what I meant, yeah.
What is that, Keats?
And that is indeed the advanced score. Wow, that was even not a future perfect, but the Hades shard. Nevertheless, 3 points for Romano Soprano, and he's at 7 points and wins the game very, very easily.
Oh, it's Dylan Thomas.
Yeah, it's from Interstellar, you know.
It's from Dylan Thomas in the 50s.
In Dylan Thomas from Interstellar. He was with their Mackie Mac. And Tars.
You're correct.
Anyways, yeah, so what did you think about this game, Nick?
Well, like Matt Damon in Interstellar, I just wanted to get out of this planet.
Well, at least he's now stuck on Mars.
That's true. He is the greatest farmer on that planet.
No, seriously, I mean, I felt like FOX was playing... I don't think he made much mistakes.
No, I don't think he did either.
It's just went so unfavorably for him. Man, it's like... that's the kind of games I often have against RP where I end and I'm like, I don't know what I did wrong, but I lost.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those weird things. Like, you and I have done quite a few games lately, and a lot of those games where one player got off kilter, never managed to solidify themselves, and it's just sort of cost them the game in the end.
Yeah, it's a bit sad, but maybe if our listeners have suggestions what they think that FOX could have done better in this game, please post it in the comment section. I think that would be a very interesting discussion here. Personally, I'm struggling a lot against replicating perfection.
Yeah.
So
and stay tuned for the next game between these two.
Yeah. So the next game is already recorded, and Nick is a big fan of the next game, and I understand why. The next game is going to be amazing, even more amazing than this one is.
I really hope that game is just called WTF.
All right, let's see about that. And meanwhile, we're gonna, as always, hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Just bring it in the car.
What does that even mean?
On me.
If you're on Mars,
Does the planet
you can
hack
actually hack the planet if you're on Mars.
Oh wow! You can.
Because there's maybe like one computer in the entire planet. This episode of Netrunner TeamworkCast was created with a generous support from our listeners. If you enjoy the show and you can't get enough Netrunner videos, please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/hacktheplanet.